aunt started this whole thing with Jordy, like last live stream. Like she literally said, everything Amberlynn's done to me in these last 2 years is just like horrific. You didn't name a thing. You didn't name a thing because you know I've done nothing. Like everything you named was when I was like 17, 20, 22. Like I get it. Like imagine undiagnosed BPD. Like yeah, I was a little hecticana, but like you're hecticana because why?
Truly, truly, that's been my world for the longest time. Almost to where, like I had posted earlier, come from a family where you know you're going to have to prove that you're not lying or that you're telling the truth or whatever at some point, and that's why.
I never once like called her a liar. Bitch, lie to someone else. Lie to someone else. Lie to someone else. Lie to someone else. To someone else because it ain't me.
Keep every conversation I've ever had with this girl. So I've been looking through a lot of them today. The one thread, because of course she's had several different phone numbers throughout the years, but one goes back, 5 years, just on the one that I looked at today. But it talks about a lot of the things that she likes to talk about. Of course, I have my receipts and she don't keep anything. So there's that.
You don't keep anything. I still have all my phones, so that means I do have my receipts and I do have my text messages. So
the November 1st date, yes, is my sister's clean date. But as most of you seen on her video, the way she said she even got married on my mom's clean date, as if it was some crazy psychotic decision that I made because I'm obsessed with them or whatever it was. It was just a weird thing. So here's the truth behind that. That is my anniversary date with my husband. We got together on November 1st, 2012.
I actually genuinely don't care. I genuinely don't care. You cheated on your husband to get with this guy. I genuinely don't care. Like, okay, cool. Is this also like the anniversary date of, when I cheated on my husband? Like, I genuinely don't care.
So that date was already my date before my sister even found sobriety by 3 years. So kind of really weird that she would even go there, period, when in reality I shared my special day, but we didn't plan it. My sister didn't be like, okay,
you shared your special day. Like, okay, that sounds narcissistic. Normally I wouldn't care about something like this, but I think it's because like I've known my aunt since I was 17 and she does make other people's joy like about her. She makes other people's pain about her and then tries to like make it worse. That like everything is about her. I share something like super traumatic with her and like she'll make it about herself, or I'll share like something super happy and she'll make it about herself. Like that's what I've had to live with. That's been the pattern. It's like the straw that broke the camel's back, or it was like the last drop of water in the water bottle, et cetera, et cetera. It was very much that type of situation. Like if this was just like a one-time thing, I would have just been like, wow, cool, like they're sharing dates. But like my aunt is a known, I don't know how to explain it, like a known, like it's all about me type of deal. My aunt, I don't feel like she's ever tried to be a good aunt to me. Like I feel like she's only ever wanted me in her life when like I followed suit to like her needs and how she wanted me to be as a person. I don't give an actual shit about what happened in my mid-20s, what happened in my early 20s, what happened in my 20s in general. What I care about is the fact that we were healing together as niece and aunt, and this is just becoming extremely overwhelming to the point that I'm having literal heart palpitations. If that's not a narcissist, I don't know what is.
When she disrespected me and lied to me over the stupidest things that didn't even need to be lied about. Yeah.
It's like this whole lying bit. I have talked about this, but I publicly talked about how when I was undiagnosed with BPD, I would go through the lengths of doing these, like when I was like early 20s, even like 17, 18, 19, mid 20s, I would do these tiny little lies just to prevent people from like leaving my life, just because I had that such strong fear of abandonment. I would lie about the stupidest, dumbest little things. And that is something with BPD that they do. Not only that, but privately, I have talked to my aunt and I've apologized for the stupidest shit that I did during immature days and unawareness to a fucking disorder that I have.
But I still wanted to keep loving her. And part of the reason why I'm so hurt right now is because, she says that she texted me in February, something with that picture. That was true. And I did only heart it. Oh my gosh, I'm such a horrible person.
As I expressed to you guys, the last time I communicated with her was February of 2024, sending her a picture saying I love and miss you, because I really wanted like a good relationship with her. Like I kept trying to like reach out and like I took a hint, and in my feelings with that, like I was heartbroken because it's like, it's the I literally can't. What was I talking about? Like it hurt my feelings that all she did was heart it, because I'm sitting here trying to like reach out. The fact that like she only hearted it, it's like, again, it's not just black and white, like, oh, she hearted it. It's like, it's the pattern of things. It was like the last straw for me where it's like, okay, I can see through the lines. It's very clear to me this woman like wants nothing to do with me, and I genuinely don't know why, because I didn't do anything. Like I'm sitting here explaining to you that hurt my feelings, and the fact that you're mocking that is like,
oh my gosh, I'm such a horrible person. I was working at the time out of town. Probably.
You can say that you're working out of town all you want, but like my grandma, something my grandma tells me is that whenever she's hanging out with my aunt is glued to her phone. And my grandma's like, it frustrates me. It's like, girl, why are you always on your phone? And I make sure when I'm there to set my phone down, she can still respond to me. You can respond to me when you get home. You can respond to me when you get back to the hotel. You can respond to me when you're peeing. You can respond to me on the car ride home. You can respond to me a week later. It doesn't matter. But you didn't, because you chose not to, because I didn't matter to you. Boom.
Done by then. right? And I think
So if you were probably really done by then, can you tell me why? Because we can do a flashback. Okay. So it was Thanksgiving of 2023. I had a good time at your house, and then my birthday's 2 days later. And I realized in that moment when you didn't send me happy birthday, it's like, what happened? You know, like genuinely, like, what happened? Nothing happened on my end at all. You know, I keep reaching out to you, you're not responding. I'm sorry that I couldn't schedule my friends taking off of work to come visit me for almost a week. I'm sorry I couldn't fit that around your schedule. That was weird energy. The fact that I reached out to you should have said a lot. It genuinely should have said a lot.
sometimes I did get some information through just talking to my mom, like any normal person does in normal conversation.
Yeah, as is with a lot of family relationships.
Yes. Maybe my sister Amber went over to my mom's house one day and was playing cards, and maybe she didn't like the way Amber was talking to my sister. It would mention that to me. So when Amber says I haven't been around for 2 years, I don't know nothing.
I'm not gonna rip.
I know a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. And it doesn't always have to be seen with your own eyes. I mean, a lot of like you could figure out.
So she's talking about my grandma, who is, I'm gonna be very honest here. My grandma is very sick. Sometimes things get a little heavy, like we talk about her past or like things that she went through. Like she'll repeat the same story like 9 million times, but you have to like engage in it as if it's the first time you've ever heard it. Like my grandma's very old. She gets a lot of facts wrong. Like she'll share something that like literally me and my mom were there for it, but she didn't remember that we were there for it. And then like she'll tell us about it, and like the whole story's all miscombobulated, even though we were there. And like me and my mom will look at each other, and you know we won't tell my grandma that, like, because like we're not gonna make her feel bad, like genuinely. So if my aunt is strictly going based off of like things that my grandma said, like, okay, that's first of all, that's weird. Me and my mom, like when I first moved here, me and my mom would have very, you know, I'm gonna say right in the beginning, it was kind of lighthearted. You know, it was like that honeymoon phase of like, oh my God, like, wow, I'm here, da da. Honeymoon phase. I hate that. I genuinely hate that, like that saying, honeymoon phase. Like, why can't we just say that we were happy together? Like, that's my whole thing about love bombing. Like, you can stay happy like that. But it just goes to show that Emily was the love bomber because we were in that honeymoon phase. I fucking hate that saying, bro. Like, genuinely. And then as like a couple months go down, like you have to talk about the hard stuff. You have to. Like, I'm telling you, sorry, I burped. I'm telling you, my mom put me through a lot, and she's fully aware of that. And not only that, but like there's a lot of like heavy feelings in there. And sometimes like sitting around with family and sitting around with my grandma, like these conversations would come up, and they were very therapeutic for both me and my mom. I'm not gonna lie. And it's how you come out of these conversations is what matters. And that even goes with like relationships, like any sort of relationship, when the hard stuff comes up, it's how you come out of it. What matters. If that's what my aunt's referring to, then so be it. Let me see those receipts, baby. I'm ready to clock into the bank factory. Alone. Alone. I would call her. I would, but I'm using my phone to be on live stream.
I've put in so much, gotten so little in return. All I've done is give. Amber doesn't even know even close to what my age is. You know, when you start realizing stuff like that.
I don't even know what my age is half the time. Like, are you kidding me? But that's my heart and soul. And I always forget. Is he a year younger than me, or is he 2 years younger than me? Birthdays, names, ages, they do not compute up here. And then my birthday's 2 days later. And I realized in that moment when you didn't send me happy birthday, it's like, what happened? You know, like genuinely, like what happened? Like actual family. When is their birthday? I don't know. Gifts when I lived with them. I don't know their birthday. Didn't send me happy birthday. You are no different. This has nothing to do with anything. It does not compute in my brain for some reason. Like, I don't know what it is, but that's just how it is. I've not taken no sides. Show me where I've taken a side, Jordy. Or even Tammy. Show me where I've taken a side. Because you're not even in sobriety to be able to see sobriety. So shut the fuck up and stop talking mean about my mom. Just to guess, I want you guys to guess right now how my aunt knew I was at the Chinese buffet. I want you guys to guess how my aunt knew we were at the Chinese buffet. She knew because she was there. She was there. Me and my mom could not stop laughing about it. Like, because she made it seem like it was like, no, my grandma. She made it seem like it was like this big conspiracy. Like, she never goes to a buffet. It's like the craziest thing. How could someone be at a buffet, let alone a fat person? She was there. She was there. Oh my God, what is happening? I am only talking about the things that she is talking about. I am only talking about the things that she is talking about.
And I've seen that clear. I mean, her video reaction, like, I've seen.
So being 20 is not an excuse for me, but everyone else thinks that being 20 is a child. Everyone else, I had a friend with a 20-year-old a few years ago, and everyone's like, Amberlynn, that's a child. But when it's 20-year-old Amberlynn, oh, that's not a child. We need to like figure it out and make up our minds on this, because it can't be one way for that person, but not for the next.
Exactly what she was doing. How you guys see her go vile in her tone, in her behavior, in her tantrum. It was exactly like that. Let me tell you, she comes from a household of abuse, violent, domestic violence, screaming at the top, spitting in your face. I mean, vile. And so that's what she learned it from.
And people always question, why is Amberlynn like this? It's because I'm broken. I'm broken. I'm a broken person. And I don't think there's any way to fix me. I don't. So it stood out the most that my aunt was cheating on her husband, who I did not find out was abusive until later. My mom was homeless at the time. I lived with a girlfriend. I was only 20 years old. My mom was homeless, and the only person that could help her was my aunt. And during that whole thing, I literally told my aunt, how would your husband feel if he knew he was cheating on you? And that stood out to Jordy because a 20-year-old literally said, how would your husband feel if he knew you were cheating? That stood out. I didn't tell him. I didn't say I was going to tell him. That's what stood out to you? Oh no, 15 years ago, Amberlynn said, how would your husband feel? Are you joking me? That's what stood out to you? Okay. Oh no, 22-year-old Amberlynn didn't like seeing her mom homeless. So she blackmailed and said, oh, I wonder what your husband would do. My mom came up. She was like, I wonder if her seeing us at the Chinese buffet, because we went to the Chinese buffet like a week ago, and my aunt, the only reason why she knew is because she was also there. But we had no idea that she was there. We had no idea. But she saw us. We didn't see her. My mom was wondering if she saw all of us, me, my mom, my grandma, and my stepdad, all of us just laughing, having a good time, and it pissed her off.
Then another part that I heard was, in her old video when she came, we went out to bowling and we went camping and we had so much fun and she just had the time of her life. And then when she came back to live with me, it was boring and we didn't have food and all that. Well, something I'd like to say about that is I was struggling back in those days very much in multiple ways. So the fact that...
Well, that's why it's frustrating to me because you made it seem like this was a secure place. I was someone who was in foster care, bounced around from the ages of 8 to 18, and you made it seem secure and safe. And it wasn't. It wasn't that. It wasn't. There was so many people there. My mom had to sleep on the floor. Like, there was nowhere for us to sleep. Like, there was so many people living there. It was a mess. There was cockroaches. Like, there was no food. I helped with the food stamps. I was very glad to help. You got mad at me when I said, I'm so glad I'm able to help. Like, what is that? What is that?
Had to sacrifice to do that. I can't tell you how I pulled that off, honestly, because if at the same time I didn't have enough money to eat.
And even at that point, she was 18.
I didn't get a job because I had nothing. I didn't have a car. Like, there was no such thing as Ubers back then. I was stuck in this house by myself. I didn't have anything. I didn't have like internet. I had nothing. Like, I didn't even exist pretty much. I had nothing. There would be no way for me to have a full-time job and be able to get there, I had nothing. Like, it was torture. It was like seclusion beyond belief. I had nothing. I had no one. Like, I was still a kid. I'm sorry. But 18 years old, coming out of foster care, I was still a kid. I was lost as fuck.
Absolutely. But besides, it's like she don't see the fact that, wow, my aunt was really struggling there, but she still, when I thought it was just a visit, I pulled out all the cards I can to do what I could for her. And then she lied and said about food stamps. She never got food stamps living with me.
Yes, I did. I had food stamps living with you, and I had food stamps with grandma. This is the first time she's actually like downright lied about something. Right here. I had food stamps. I had food stamps. I got $200 a month. She just lied. That is the first time she has lied. Like just like a flat out weird lie, which I don't understand why, but it is what it is.
She didn't live with me long enough to get food stamps.
There were never any food stamps.
I was on
Thank
food
you, Silly
stamps
Crafts.
in my older life. I don't know, 15 years ago, I think would be probably close to the last time I've been on the system with food stamp stuff. But she never got food stamps while living in my house.
Yes, I did.
I got food stamps for me and
Yes,
my
I
kids
did.
and grandkids at the time.
The way that it was phrased by her is that she was kind of a savior and she was providing. Yeah.
Yeah, and I got mad at
Yeah, Sarah, because there was so many people living in that house that there wasn't enough rooms for everyone.
her when she said, I'm just so glad I could help.
So the mattress in the living room is where her daughter's kid, 2 kids, and her daughter's husband, they would sleep on that mattress in the living room.
Brain ticked out. I was just like, what the hell? So I call my daughter and I ask her, Ashley, I'm just wondering if I can't remember something. When Amber this,
Yeah,
I don't
anxious.
even have to finish. And I was like, she never had food stamps. What is she talking about? I tell her about it. On top of that, my daughter was only 18 years old at this point, and she was working at a Sonic drive-in. And when Amber and her brother were trying to fly home, their baggage was too heavy. So they would either had to have left some stuff at the airport.
My aunt is twisted. This is when I was too big and I had to buy an extra seat. So I had to call my foster mom and she had to buy another seat for me. When I was on my way to Oklahoma, I was sitting down. I was already checked in. I was ready to go, ready to rumble. They came up to me and they said, can you come here? They pulled me up to the little desk thing and they said, you're going to need another seat. They could just tell based on my circumference, if you will. I started bawling my eyes out because it was like 10 to 15 minutes I had to get onto that plane. I started bawling instantly. I called my foster mom. I'm not gonna lie, my last year of foster care, I lived with my friend's parents and they were pretty wealthy. So instantly I knew, okay, they're gonna be able to help me in this moment. Thank God. And she was also a bigger woman, so she understood. It wasn't like embarrassing for me or anything like that. So I called and I said, I'm gonna have to buy an extra ticket. I'm bawling my eyes out. First of all, I'm embarrassed. I'm so fucking embarrassed. My luggage was never too heavy. It was because I was too big and my foster mom had to literally pay for me to get an extra seat.
They have to pay extra for a plane for the baggage. Didn't have nobody. So my daughter at 18 paid it.
You didn't hear the full story though. I knew exactly what she was about to talk about. I knew exactly what she was about to talk about because this is something that she said back in the Kiwi Farms days where I'm like, girl, you were out of your mind crazy. That never happened.
For her. And she said that the foster parents would give it back to my daughter when she got home. Never got it back. Never got it back.
And this, she literally just said their package or their luggage was too big. I knew exactly what she was about to talk about.
This is the same girl that took in her mom several times when she had no place to go. But never once in the hundreds of thousands of dollars that she is.
It's not a different story. When I went to Oklahoma, that is when she is talking about. It was the exact same time. It's not a different story. It's the exact, she said, on my way to Oklahoma, that is what happened. I was too big for the seat. I had to buy a new one. What do you mean I'm not listening? My aunt is talking about when I went to Oklahoma. You're literally not even listening to her?
Ever?
You guys, I never had luggage that was too heavy. My cousin has never had to spend a penny on me.
Once to pay back that tiny little $60 thing that an 18-year-old child gave to her back then. You know what I mean?
And at 18, $60. Yes, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so I was there so much that you actually forget sometimes until something triggers that memory or you
Shit, if she wants fucking $60, I can give her $60. Like, what the fuck? That never happened though. Like, this is insane.
go looking for that receipt and you see the
My cousin never paid for anything. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys.
conversation. I'm just like, just wow.
Yeah.
And then, at times I've stopped watching her YouTube. Now I have seen what I thought to be every video she put out for years, right? And then there'd be times where I would have to stop watching. My whole entire family can tell you this because I wanted to know Amber so bad. It was a void I had inside of me from the time she left when she was a baby. So I'm always trying. I had to find out about Amber through YouTube. I would even tell Amber, I'm not just another YouTube follower. I'm your aunt. I shouldn't hear every detail of your life through YouTube.
Yeah.
So I'm going to quit watching your videos, and if you want me to be in your life, you can let me know what's going on in your life. Well, instead of doing that, she would wait, and then she are you watching my videos again yet? I told her no. I really wish you would. I even told her in this text, no, I'm not. I have to take care of my mental health. That's how much it was affecting me.
Yeah. Well, it kind of sounded like you didn't want this. You didn't want it to come to this.
No, absolutely not.
This whole like, oh, why is she bringing it online? Why is she airing our personal business?
It sounded like you didn't want this. Why did you bring it online? I never brought any of this online. Jordy, this wasn't me who brought this online. This was her.
Yeah, I could have done this years ago. I mean, I could have made some money.
Yeah, Jessica, like, what?
By now, don't you think? I mean,
Yeah.
So many people. That's not the intention. Never was. Never will be. Like, it's not that. I'm not jealous of Amber or her money. I live a very comfortable life. I don't need for anything. It's not about money at all. It's about her slowly killing herself, and I can't keep watching it. But wrap around the fact. Let's even believe that, even though I could never, that she didn't really believe Emily was a feeder. Regardless, you know now.
Yeah.
And after that big blow up that they had, and Emily did what she did, and all this stuff online, the very next day, we're talking again.
So, okay, so you're telling me right now, a woman who was in an abusive relationship for 15 years, you think it's that easy to just be like, yeah, I don't love you anymore, I'm done talking to you? I went to an alcohol store, was...
Wait till you hear this one. The Ozempic shot?
Uh-huh.
This caused a fight with me, Amber, and my mom. Amber was making my sister come over to give her Ozempic.
You guys know that? My mom was giving my Ozempic shot. She was the one... Like, my mom was nowhere even near triggered, and if she was, guess who would give the needle? Yeah. You can feel how you feel, think what you think, that's on you. That's fully on you. But it's not reality. It's not founded in reality.
But there were some things
maybe me and Amber need to get on a live and compare receipts and stories and see how that goes.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Get the fuck on my live, Tammy. Get the fuck on my live. We can do this. Square up. I'm ready for it. I am ready for it.
I mean, I'm happy to be the medium here, but...
You're not going to be the medium, love. She's coming to my live. I'm not going on yours. Remember when you said no to me before? Fuck no. I will never be on your fucking channel.
I don't know if she's interested in talking with you.
No,
Quirky.
probably not.
Probably not.
Oh, I'll talk to her.